Growing up, I always wanted a Corvette. Fast, gorgeous, expensive. And the new C8s, I still love them. Nicole's dream car? The Toyota Sienna. Seats 8, plenty of space, good gas mileage. There cannot be a wider separation between what we want in the driveway. But they are both excellent vehicles. They're just solving completely different problems. And that is exactly how I feel about the Hilton Surpass and Hilton Aspire cars. One is a $550 luxury powerhouse with top-tier diamond status and a large stack of premium benefits. The other is a $150 practical workhorse that asks much less from the family budget. Today, we're running the math for a family of 5 to figure out whether you actually need the shiny Corvette of Hilton cards, or whether your family gets more mileage from the minivan option. Because there is one kind of family travel where the Corvette pulls ahead, and another where the Sienna leaves it in the dust. Before we decide whether Diamond is worth the upgrade, we need a control group. For family traveling with Hilton, that control group is Gold status. Gold gives you the benefits that solve many of the basic family problems. Resort fees waived on reward stays, a food and beverage credit at eligible properties, the 5th night free on award stays. That is the family baseline. It is not every possible Hilton benefit. It is the level that can make a family vacation meaningfully easier and less expensive. So the real question is not, is Diamond better than Gold? Of course Diamond is better on paper. The real question is, what does the extra $400 actually buy your family? And we are not going to answer that by counting every brochure benefit as if your family will use all of them. We are looking under the hood. Which benefits will your family actually use on trips you are already going to take? There's also one separate Amex rule we will deal with later. It does not determine which card is better, it determines whether the welcome offer may be available to you. The no-fee Hilton Honors card is the test drive. It makes sense if you're still deciding whether Hilton belongs in your travel system or if you want to try the ecosystem without paying an annual fee. But the Honors card is not really a decision in this video. It is the vehicle you take around the block before deciding whether you want something more capable. The real comparison is the Sienna versus the Corvette, Surpass versus Aspire. At $150, the Hilton Surpass is the Sienna. It gives you complimentary Hilton Gold status and a practical path into the Hilton ecosystem without forcing you to pay the Aspire's $550 annual fee every year. The Aspire is the Corvette. You are paying $550 for diamond status, premium credits, and more upside. It is not a question of which card looks more impressive. It is a question of whether your family's travel habits can turn those benefits into real value. The Surpass costs $150 a year. That sticker price is much easier to defend if your family mainly wants Hilton Gold status and a lower cost path into the ecosystem. Gold is especially useful when you're staying at properties where the benefits solve a real family problem. If you're staying at a Hampton Inn or an Embassy Suites, everyone may already receive breakfast. So the food and beverage credit is not doing anything extra for your wallet there. That is important. A benefit only has value if it replaces a real expense. When you stay at a full-service property, and it does not have to be a luxury resort, it could simply be a DoubleTree. The food and beverage credit can save your family $20 to $50 in breakfast costs each morning. The more naturally you stay at those properties, the more useful Gold becomes. The Surpass also comes with a $200 Hilton credit. That sounds simple, and in one sense, it is. You spend $50 or more directly with Hilton, use the Surpass, and receive a $50 statement credit. But Amex serves it in quarterly increments, so to get the full $200, you need to make a qualifying purchase in 4 separate quarters. If that matches how your family already travels, great. But if you try to force your family into 4 separate trips just to chase a credit, you're going to run out of gas. That is one advantage of the lower annual fee. Surpass does not put as much pressure on you to maximize every single feature. If your family takes a few Hilton trips a year, usually stays at practical road trip properties, and does not want to build an entire vacation around premium card credits, the Surpass may be doing exactly what you need. You do not need diamond status simply because diamond status exists. You need the status level that solves the actual problems your family deals with. For this family, the Sienna is already carrying the load. But the Corvette is not pointless. There are families for whom the Aspire's extra benefits are not decorations. They materially change the math. The Aspire's headline benefit is diamond status, but status is not valuable just because the badge says diamond. It is valuable if it changes the room, the experience, or the amount that your family spends during the stay. Diamond can increase your chances of late checkout and make suite upgrades a real possibility. Notice what I said. A possibility. It is not a guaranteed suite delivery system. It is a possibility engine. The Aspire also raises the Hilton credit to $400, but it comes with more limitations. That credit is only valid at official Hilton resorts, and it is split into two pieces, $200 in the first half of the year and $200 in the second half. There are plenty of resort properties to choose from, but the Hampton Inn near Universal Studios is not one of them. The Surpass's Hilton credit may work there. The Aspire's resort credit will not. So the Aspire is not automatically better at every Hilton property. This is where we need to divide the benefits into three categories. Reliable value. These are benefits your family can use without changing its behavior. A resort credit for a Hilton resort stay you already planned. A flight credit that applies to airfare, bag fees, or seat upgrades you are already going to pay for. A free night reward used on a hotel night your family genuinely needs. And then conditional value. These benefits can be useful, but they depend on the property and your travel pattern. Diamond status, late checkout, a room upgrade, lounge access. Those are not worthless, but they are not guaranteed cash either. And then upside value. This is where an unusually valuable redemption or upgrade can make the Aspire look incredible. A premium resort, a suite, a very expensive night covered by a free night reward. That upside can be real, but it should remain upside. Do not build your entire decision on the best possible redemption you might use once. The Aspire also includes the flight credit and Clear Plus credit. Once per quarter, you receive a $50 flight credit for qualifying purchases made directly with an airline or through Amex Travel. That can include tickets, bag fees, and seat upgrades. For a family of 5, that matters because the expensive part of flying is not always the ticket. Sometimes it is the pile of fees that shows up afterward, the small charges that multiply by 5. And Clear Plus can move one adult through airport security more quickly, while children can accompany that adult for free. I wouldn't necessarily pay for Clear Plus out of pocket, but if it's already included as a credit, I am happy to use it. This is the family travel where the Corvette pulls ahead. Not necessarily because the hotel stay is better, because the Aspire can help with the trip to get there, but only when the credits line up with what your family already does. If you have to manufacture trips, change airlines, or book resorts you normally would not choose just to break even, that is not outsized value. That is an annual fee sending you on a scavenger hunt. Fortunately, both cards share one important benefit where you do not have to hunt for the value quite as much. Both cards can provide a Hilton free night reward. The Aspire's is automatic. The Surpass's is unlocked after you spend $15,000 on the card. However you earn it, the free night reward can be extremely valuable. There are no standard hotel category limits in the way you might see with other free night certificates. But here's the family of 5 reality. A high theoretical cash value does not automatically equal high family value. You may be able to redeem that reward for a $1,000 night at a Waldorf Astoria. But can the room comfortably accommodate 5 people? Are you going to pay for a second or third night? Are you adding another room? Or would your family be better off using that reward for one more night at an Embassy Suites that comfortably sleeps all of you? We are not focused on strict cash value. We are focused on meaningful experiences and real out-of-pocket savings. And because both cards can provide this benefit, it does not decide the Surpass versus Aspire comparison by itself. It removes one benefit from the race. Now we need to focus on what actually separates these cards. So far, the Sienna is winning on predictable value. If your family mainly wants gold status, takes a few Hilton stays each year, and does not naturally use the premium credits, the Surpass is probably your answer. It's not the exciting answer, it is the correct one. And the $150 annual fee gives you breathing room. You're not paying $550 and then checking the odometer every month to see whether you were getting your money's worth. Quick pause. If this math is saving you from an expensive mistake, hit the subscribe button. Together we'll keep figuring out how to take our families farther for less. But we still have to answer one question. Does the Aspire's higher earning power change the race? Because even if the Surpass wins on annual fee math, we still need to keep the engine running. We have booked 27 hotel nights this year, and our total out-of-pocket cost is just $397 because we use points for most of those stays. but a point strategy needs a steady supply of fuel. The Surpass earns Hilton points on the purchases many families make every day: groceries, gas, restaurants, and online retail. The Aspire earns its strongest multipliers on flights and car rentals. So ask yourself, where does your household actually spend more money every month? If your family spends heavily on groceries, gas, and everyday expenses, the Surpass may generate more Hilton points simply because it matches your actual spending pattern. And that everyday spending can help you unlock the free night reward. If you cross the $15,000 spending threshold, the Surpass can generate that reward. And if you reach $40,000 in calendar year spending, you automatically unlock Diamond status anyway, bypassing the Aspire's $550 annual fee gatekeeper. That does not mean the Surpass is always the better earning card. It means the Aspire's earning advantage should be calculated against your actual household spending, not against an imaginary family that spends thousands of dollars on flights and rental cars every month. The earning rates may change the result for some households, but they don't carry the whole decision. If the Aspire wins, it wins because your family naturally uses the premium benefits and Diamond status, not because a slightly higher multiplier looks impressive in a table. Which brings us to the final lap. Before you apply for either card, there is one separate Amex rule to check. This is not about applying for the wrong card first, it's not about choosing the wrong order, it is about your product history and the welcome offer language attached to the card. Amex's terms usually say that you are not eligible for a welcome offer if you currently have or have previously had the card. That language matters because the welcome offer may be worth hundreds of dollars in value. So before applying, look carefully at the exact offer terms shown to you. The lifetime language does not make the Aspire better than the Surpass. It does not change which card fits your family. It simply determines whether the welcome offer may be available to you. That is a separate check before you start the engine. So here's the final bracket. The Hilton Honors card. This is the test drive. Start here if you are deciding whether Hilton belongs in your travel system. But if Hilton works for your family, you will probably move up to the Surpass or decide you do not need the ecosystem at all. The Hilton Surpass. This is the Sienna. Choose it when Gold status solves your family's practical problems, your Hilton travel is moderate, and you do not naturally use the premium benefits. It is the safer, high-efficiency default. The Hilton Aspire. This is the Corvette. Choose it when Hilton is central to your travel, your family naturally uses the resort credits and flight credit, and Diamond status can improve the stays you were already planning. The Aspire is not a card every family needs. It is a card some families can use exceptionally well. If your family has to manufacture trips to justify the annual fee, you are spinning your wheels. But if your travel pattern already lines up with the benefits, the $550 annual fee can disappear in your rearview mirror. So before you choose the shiny card, look at the trips your family is already taking, not the trips credit card YouTube tells you that you should be taking. If your travel pattern looks like the Sienna, get the Surpass math right. If it looks like the Corvette, the Aspire may deliver the outsized value we talked about today. The Surpass makes Hilton easier. The Aspire can make Hilton heavy travel more valuable. Those are two different jobs. And if you want to see why we're switching from Hyatt to Hilton in the first place, check out this video next. Hit that subscribe button and I will see you over there. As always, thank you for spending some of your time with me, and until next time, safe travels.